It is John McClain with us, guys, on the waitfor.com hotline. Again, a long-time voice you recognize. We have him on all season long. John, what's your take on Rick Smith? Because he was a name that came up with the Falcons general manager search. He drafted a hell of a lot of great talent. Now, you could argue they missed a window with some of that talent in Houston, but what do you think of Rick?
Rick came in here to work with Gary Kubiak in 2006, and he stayed for 10 years, and he left because his wife, Tiffany, was battling a cancer, and she died. And he was raising 3 kids, and now he's ready to get back in the NFL. He will get hired. I think he'll do a terrific job. He and Gary Kubiak took a team here that was 2-14. They won the division twice. They won playoff games twice. They had one bad year in which they lost 8 games by 4 or fewer points, and they didn't have a quarterback. And so Rick's going to get another chance. I hope it's with the Falcons. I know he and Rich McKay know each other very well from all their years together on the competition committee for the league. I think Rick's number 1 picks were better. His number 1 picks were better than anybody's in the NFL. His second number 1 pick was Dwayne Brown, who's still starting and playing well at left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. So I think Rick is going to be an asset to whatever team gets him, and I hope it's the Falcons because I believe people ask me, okay, which one of these jobs is the best? Got to be the Jaguars because they got the top picks, cap room, and all those picks. Well, they've had that before. Players have bailed on them like crazy. Look what happened after they went to the championship game in 2017. Players fought to get out of there. Who's to say these players aren't going to fight to get out of there? And I don't care who the head coach is. They have not had a good, consistent organization. Maybe they will now. So I don't put them in there. I don't put the Jets. I put the Texans and the Falcons because the Texans have been very patient with head coaches. They got Watson. They got their 2 tackles. They got receivers and tight ends. The Falcons and Arthur Blank, the way he runs his organization, like Cal McNair, gives them the resources to succeed. And if they don't succeed in the way he wants, he's going to fire them and start and move on. And he doesn't, I don't think he does, interfere. The McNair family here spent more money on players last year than any team in the league. At one point, they're playing 3 general managers, Rick Smith, Brian Gaine, and Bill O'Brien. Money's not an issue, and they don't interfere. So if you're an owner and a general manager with a 5 or 6 year contract like Nick Caserio, you're looking for continuity, stability, an owner that will give you the resources and stay out of the way. So Atlanta and Houston, to me, are the best opportunities.
Couldn't agree more, John. The Jags situation, and then with Shad Khan saying, I want player control. It's just, that's a weird situation. Hey, before we let you go, I was going to ask you about the difference between Kyle and Bob, because ownership does matter in these situations. For all these jobs that are open, Chargers, Eagles, Falcons, Texans. So you're telling me Kyle is doing a really good job in the areas that he needs to attract the kind of people there, because we've always wondered about the ownership. We know we have here that this is what makes the Texans' job attractive. Is Cal McNair as well?
He stays out of it. He spends a lot of money. He wants to know what's going on. Now he's being killed for 2 reasons. Number one, the Watson controversy, and I've seen nothing but anonymous quotes. I'd like to know what Watson thinks about all this. And because he kept Jack Easterby as his VP of football operations, he actually let Nick Caserio make that decision, and they worked together in New England. So people here, they didn't like O'Brien, they don't like the Caserio hire, and they don't like Easterby because they all came from New England. And Watson has told us, the last time we talked to him last week, I just want a Lombardi trophy. Casario's got 6 replicas he can show him, 6 rings he can show him. So I think the Watson thing will all blow over like it did in March. Everybody said he wanted to be traded because of the Hopkins trade. He's makes $156 million. And there was one thing this weekend, he might sit out the season. Give me a break.
John McClain is dialed in, Carl. He's breaking it down.
No, it's always great. John, good to hear from you. We know you were busy, man. I appreciate you making some time for us on the show. Thanks, my man.
Guys, my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me, and Happy New Year, and stay safe.
You too.
Thanks, John
McClain, guys, covers the NFL. And, again, we could go full spectrum with him. Mm-hmm. He's right about these GM jobs. You know, The part about the coaches, you know more because they've been in the spotlight and you've seen them coaching on the sidelines.
Hey,
these general manager jobs, Mike,
right?
You really don't know what these guys are doing.